Hey, everybody, it's Rob from the 411 for the 719. We're back with a revamped podcast this year. So this year, I thought we'd reorient to use my favorite metaphor of the OODA loop framework of the metaphor. We reorient to a question, and so the question of the day is how do you inspire your children to be entrepreneurs? And I have the great honor of being here with Mr. Gio from CEO Squeeze and his mom, Miss Jeanette. Nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And so Gio here is the CEO of CEO Squeeze, and so I'm thrilled, and I totally support young entrepreneurs as well. I'm thrilled to meet you, thrilled to talk to you, thrilled to see what you're doing. So, Mr. Gio, tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Gia, and I'm 11 years old. I'm in the 5th grade, and I like when I'm not working on CEO Squeeze, I'm usually playing football or basketball or jiu-jitsu.
Oh, jiu-jitsu, that's nice. You can take me down. I do Krav Maga, but if you take me, I'm going to tell you a little secret here. If you take me to the ground, you'll probably win. so sweep my leg and take me to the ground. Right on. Good. So you're 11. I thought you were at least like 15 or something to see all the stuff you're doing. So it's super fantastic. So 11 years old, and you're the CEO of a company. So tell me, what does CEO Squeeze do?
CEO Squeeze is a business of where we bring young entrepreneurs together, and we encourage them to share their ideas and bring it out into the real world.
That's really cool. Can you tell me what projects is CEO Squeeze working on right now?
The projects that CEO Squeeze are working on right now is this program called Unity in Action.
Okay.
And
what is that?
It's basically kind of like a food drive with the kindness initiative combined together.
Okay.
The kindness initiative. What are you doing with the kindness initiative? What are they doing?
They're gonna write notes to the kids at different middle schools and high schools, and they're gonna write different inspirational notes.
That's awesome. I'm sure you know this. I am a big believer in the idea that just being kind, and a kind word can change somebody's day, right? In fact, I have it somewhere here on my desk, but I remember being deployed, and I still have it 20 years later. A young man like yourself sent me a small note that just said, "Thank you for what you're doing," and it was a little tank. It's my daughter's probably stole it, but it's a little tank, and I still have it 20 years later. One note, and so super cool what you're doing. And I always try as I'm going about my day to remember you don't know what people are going through, and that you may be the difference between a good day and a bad day for them, right? Yes. I was just at Target a little bit ago, and I waved at a little baby, and she waved back, and she made a funny face at me. Normally it's in reverse, and so we had a little exchange, and just made my day. It's really cool. But yes. So how many people do you have working on CEO Squeeze, the Kindness Initiative?
How many people I have working on the Kindness Initiative is around.
It's gonna be your whole school.
My whole school is gonna work on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic, man. So tell me a bit about leadership. When you look up to as a leader, and who do you look up to as a leader?
Who I look up to as a leader is my whole family, because they are always showing integrity, and they're always helpful, and they're always consistent, and they never give up.
Oh, thank you, Gio.
That's awesome. Never give up, right? And all good things. You answered my next question, which was going to be what qualities do they have? So what about you as a leader? How do you feel as a leader?
How I feel as a leader?
What's that mean for you?
Being kind, showing responsibility, and not always wanting to be in charge.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Let's talk about that for a minute. What does it mean, not always wanting to be in charge?
Not always wanting to be the one that's taking putting everything in matters of their own hands. They have to let some other people do it too.
That's good. I used to teach at the Air Force Academy to the cadets, and we would talk about that kind of thing. So why can't it just be Gio's the man, and he's in charge, and he's doing everything? Why can't it be that way?
Because if I'm confused, I would need help, and someone else might know it, and someone else might know it, so they can help. And like, I'm not the only one working on it by myself.
Very good. Yeah. And too, there's a teamwork aspect too. You got to give your people some chances to grow, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you sure do. And I remember as I was building teams in the military, it was sometimes hard to, because you can do the work, right? You want to jump in and you want to fix that thing or do that thing, but if we don't give our people those opportunities to grow, then how do they grow themselves, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right on. Well, let's see here. What else could we have? Tell me where are you at right now? What would you tell the 411 for the 719?
You might be young, but your ideas still matter, and you're not always going to be perfect to start.
That's good. That's a real good one. Never. In fact, I actually don't like the word expert, because that means like you're the top of your craft, right? You've learned what there is to learn. I like to be a perpetual student, and always learning the craft. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You can say no if you don't. That's right on. Okay. Well, good job, man. Good job. Look, can I ask Mom a couple questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah. You stick around.
Good.
That was awesome. Very good job. So, Mom, what did you notice early on that made you think let's do this? What?
Gio has always had a heart for helping people, and once he gets locked into something, he goes all the way through. Like, if he likes it, he's going to do it, until he executes whatever the project is. And I almost realized I was holding him back, because I had this huge event where we rented out a movie theater for massage therapists. Okay. And he helped me every step. He was helping me. Mom, don't forget to call this person. Don't forget to call this person. And I was like, Gio, stop being so bossy. And he kind of like looked, I was like, you know what? I said, bossy, this guy said, you should run your own business. And he said, I would if you'd let me. And I was like, oh, okay. So I said, here's $50. Start your business. And with $50, he started, he researching and deciding what he wanted. Then my husband matched the other 50. And from there, he was able to get his LLC. He was able to get have me help him set up his LLC, get his domain name. And then he started his lemonades and giving out to the homeless community. And he's just been incredible. So that's how I knew it was in him.
It was it, right? Right on. Good job. So question, what is CEO Squeeze? What is that? And there's the hyperlink for anybody that is wanting to go to his website here. But what does that mean? I meant to ask you that.
So you're asking him or me?
Or so either of you.
Me? Oh, So he started off as a virtual lemonade stand.
Okay.
And then people would order, and he wanted to be a CEO of his company. So he came up with some names and started Googling and came up with it. Well, my friend and I were on a walk, and he called me. He's like, hey, Mom, what do you think of this? I was like, sure, let's do it. So, So now that he's an official LLC, he can't do lemonades because of the college laws in Colorado. Right. But we might be getting a commercial kitchen maybe in the summertime or something, so he can create his lemonades.
That's awesome. I love the name CEO Squeeze. It's like it's slick. It's,
right.
And it begs the question.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, right. Oh, we got that on video. It's gonna live forever. Right. So you mentioned. My next question was going to be: what are there moments where you have to step back and let him struggle a little bit? You kind of alluded to that.
Yeah. So he is my youngest of 4, and learning to just back off, and he has to learn to fall. And sometimes he has to learn to fail, right? And how do you get back up from those things? Because it's not a failure, right? When you fall, you get back up and you re-strategize, but he can only learn by doing. He's not going to learn by me doing it for him. So there's times where, I want to help, but I'll wait until he asks, or I'll wait until I see that he's tried different strategies first.
Do you sometimes, Gio, does Mom have to sometimes redirect you and say, you gotta figure it out yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yeah.
it's maybe the first time I ask her, she says, "Did you try it? Did you try it?"
Did you try it? Yep. That's awesome. Mom, what's one small things parents can do to give their kids more room to lead?
One of the things that parents can do is trust your kid. Trust it, but guide. Be there to guide if you need to. That's one thing with Giovanni is that we will guide, but then let him, figure out the rest. Like even this club, he had his very first club meeting and ended up having 12 kids show up and with their parents, and it was great. And I, because of the protective mom that I am, in the very beginning, I knew how nervous he was. And I said, just to let you know, he's nervous. And he got up there, he's like, me? He's like, I got this. And I was like, oh.
No, I'm CEO Squeeze. I got this.
Yeah. So I had to sit back down and let him do it. He did great.
That's good job. That's good. That's a hard lesson to learn as a parent too. I have 2 teenage daughters, and letting them, dad mode, mom mode, right? You want to protect them from all the things, but in doing so, you're doing the reverse, setting them up for they have to go through those things, and it's a hard, as four of them around, right? So that's awesome. That is super awesome. What do you got coming up next, Mr. CEO? What's happening? What's happening in February?
What's happening in February is
I heard you got some stuff going on.
There's gonna be like a color therapy class for free.
Okay.
And that's gonna be in the other details. The rest of the details are gonna be in the link below or in just the regular link, CEO Squeeze.
Okay.
So he has can I go if I help you with that?
Yeah.
You're good? Okay. All right. So in February, we have a clinical therapist by the name of Afra Caraballo. He's hosting, but she's going to come and teach a creative art therapy class in response to bullying. So it's helping kids build their confidence, and it's going to be completely free. There's going to be limited seats, so they'll be able to sign up by Fridays when I'm going to put the link up where kids can sign up. And it's from the ages of 7. I believe we said 7 to 16 is going to be the age group for this event.
Is there anything the 411/myself could do to support that beyond spreading the word?
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Spreading the word. He is looking for sponsorship. So on his site, there is a tab that says Fuel the Future.
Okay.
And on that tab, people can donate between $25 to $100, anywhere between there. And if they want to donate less than that, they totally can just, send a check or, but what that does, it helps for these type of initiatives. So one of the things that Gio did is he noticed that there was an empty food locker at Swaggart Middle School. And that's not the school that he goes to, but he found out that they had an empty food locker, and he was able to raise over $1,250 worth of groceries to fill it right before the SNAP benefits ended. So it was, powerful to see that a kid can do that, and it is amazing to see the community come to support him. So, so if they want to support missions like that, and for the kids, all of the kids in the group to, have their own missions, that would be fantastic.
You hear, folks. Go to CEO Squeeze, donate to the cause. Let me ask you, Jeanette, real quick. Before the podcast started here, we talked briefly about what you do. I'd like to give you a moment to tell us what you do and how we can support you as well.
Oh, great. Thank you for that. So my company is Massage Biz Pro. And what we do is we provide injury recovery to the community. So we have therapists that all specialize in different things. And these are the type of therapists for massage therapists, I should say, that you go to when you're in real pain. If you were in a car accident, a slip and fall, things like that. These are the types of therapists that are in my network. And some offer regular therapeutic massage, but the majority of us are specialized massage therapists.
Cool. And if I remember correctly, and I hope I'm not overstepping, but you're relaunching a nonprofit.
Yes, I'll be relaunching Warriors in Recovery.
Okay.
And this is a nonprofit that was established to assist the injured, wounded, and disabled veterans throughout the country. And We provide injury and emotional recovery, so massage therapy, acupuncture, chiropractic services free of charge to our wounded veterans. We also have a pay it forward program to where our warriors, a lot of them were saying, I'm feeling better, but I still feel like I have no sense of purpose. So they had missions that they would create outside of the military, so that they would create. So one of the missions were they went to West Africa, Liberia, about 2021, I believe it was, and they built water wells for villages in need. So, and it was all nonprofit. And we don't have a lot of grants. We didn't have any grants, actually. We raised the money, we went, and we did it.
That's incredible. So I'd like to be plugged in as you're doing all these things. Yeah, I'm a military retiree myself, and I can tell you, when you get that blue ID card, the day you get the blue ID card, there is a sense of a loss of purpose. Anyway, I'll just say I can totally relate to that. And in many ways, the 411 mission has become my mission. And so that's awesome that you're doing that. And please keep us posted on that. Thank you guys for your time here. Mr. Gio, your word is yours. What leadership advice would you give to all of us listening to this podcast?
You're never too young and you're never too older to start a business, and you don't have to be perfect to start.
That is excellent wisdom, way beyond your years, sir. Thank you for that. I'm going to hit end on the recording, but stick around for just a couple more minutes. So 411 for the 719, folks. Anybody listening to this podcast, please help spread the word. These are awesome folks. CEOsqueeze.com, and we'll drop some more links for Jeanette's actions too here. Let's support these folks, and let's do good things for people. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Thank you, sir.